Right when you guys are.
Coach, there's been a lot of conversation. We talked to Mike about starting fast and kind of wanting to do that on offense. Does the opponent change anything about the emphasis on starting fast in a game?
I agree with Coach that that's got to improve quite a bit. Um, every week, that's a big point of emphasis. Every week you're trying to get points on the board early, and not something that we've done as of late. This is one of the best defenses in the league, so they're gonna make it hard for us.
How many different things could you possibly change? Because Coach said we'll evaluate what the process is. How many things could possibly change for you in that situation?
Everything you're changing throughout the year. You're always trying to make quarter turn adjustments and improve. Check out where your weaknesses are and spend practice time, devote it to them. But that's whether you're winning, losing, having 500 yards or having 100 yards. It's never going to change. You're always trying to get better.
We've seen Rashid Shaheed get a lot more involved the last 2 weeks in the passing game. Have you seen that grow for him as he's been here a little bit?
Yeah, I just see him growing in confidence with our quarterback. They got time on task, and Sheed's winning his routes. He's doing a good job of getting open.
Sam Darnold just start faster, but at the same time, the large picture, you got the second most points. How do you balance that and not totally reinventing things, but actually do the larger picture work?
I just take it a game at a time and a series at a time, and try to be successful in that series, and try not to think too much big picture. Just try to see the down right in front of your face and go from there. It's just that's the nature of our league.
Since the Rams game, Sam's only turned the ball over 2 times, hasn't put the ball in harm's way that much. Also hasn't been quite as explosive. How do you kind of guide him and make sure he's still going after it, but make sure he's protecting the ball?
I think he's done a phenomenal job, and the explosives will come. They come in bunches, just like interceptions come in bunches. So I think Sam's doing a phenomenal job and making really good decisions with the football. And we'll just keep growing. Every game is going to be so different. It's not going to be the same. They're going to take away the things you do well, and you got to find new ways to move the ball down the field.
When you're scripting plays for early in the game and like calling those scripted plays, how much of the priority is like you're on a fact-finding mission, trying to figure out what the defense is going to do versus calling the optimal play for that down and distance situation?
I think there's a lot that goes into that, and I don't. Try not to make it too complicated. You're trying to find the best play to move the football down the field. Every week you're looking at self-scout. You're looking at what the opponent does. You're looking at maybe trying to put some different things on tape. And if you overthink that, you go 3 and out, and you give the ball back to the other team. So I got to be better getting our guys ready to go.
How have you settled on how many plays you script, and how often has that changed over your time?
We always talk about openers somewhere between 10 and 20 plays. We talk about openers and all the situations that we're going to see with the first, second down, third down, fourth down, red zone, short yardage, goal line. So every week you're kind of give your players a pretty good idea of what we're going into the game with.
It's your first time being OC this late in the season for a team that's going for a #1 overall seed. Have you noticed any differences in terms of how defenses are, adjusting to your offense later in the season?
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Every week, you're seeing plenty of unscouted things. Playing some really good defensive coordinators that want to take away what you do best. So that's the really fun part of this game and this league is trying to make those adjustments and getting your guys in position to be successful.
The last 5 weeks, your guys' red zone percentage for touchdowns has gone from 45% game without getting the ball in the end zone. What are you seeing there over the last month that is consistently giving you guys problems in trying to fix your drives?
Yeah, I see quite a few things. Whether not being successful in your red zone third downs, not being productive running the football, not calling good enough plays and getting your guys in positions to be successful. So it's a group effort. It's a group failure that we got to improve on.
How do you feel about the run game?
I think it's got to improve pretty quick.
What's wrong?
Well, we got to move the ball better on the ground. We got to coach better. We got to block better. We got to help the operation by being a more balanced team.
Anything else? Thank you.
Thanks, guys.